Let's go inside my YouTube studio. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. My name's Jonathan. I make luxury videos, unboxings, and reviews. And today is a tag video called Inside My YouTube Studio. I was tagged by the lovely Totes Jean. I will definitely leave his channel down below as well as his video. I love this tag video. It gave everybody an opportunity to understand and learn a lot about him. So I wanted to do this tag. Thank you so much, Jean, for tagging me. I hope you learn a little bit about myself. So if you like this kind of content and want to learn more about me, then keep on watching. So this tag video has a bunch of questions, but I wanted to kind of pick my 7 favorite that kind of relate to the channel as well as things that you might not necessarily know about me. But I will leave in the description box all of the questions. So if you want to do all of the questions, you're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So I have the questions written down on my laptop, so apologies in advance. I do need to read some of these. So the first question is, which designer or designer houses have made the greatest impact on your fashion choices and purchases? I think it comes to no surprise, Louis Vuitton is the most influential designer for me. It really does define and really does influence a lot of my purchases. I have been trying to branch out, but there's just that one thing about Louis Vuitton that always has me hooked onto it. But recently I have been into Coach, so they have been influencing a lot more of my personal style choices. So I would say both Coach and Louis Vuitton kind of influence me on a day-to-day basis. If I am looking through Instagram, I really love looking at the Louis Vuitton runway shows that get posted. I love looking at the Coach website to see what new pieces of clothing is available. And overall, I just like looking at both of those designer houses more often. I do like to dabble and look at Balenciaga a little bit here and there just because I love how simple their designs are. It's very understated and very high fashion for me. I'm sure you're all aware Balenciaga came out with a garbage bag, and I thought that was a really genius idea. However, I don't think I could ever justify the price point of it, but I can look from afar. I can appreciate the kind of high fashion look that they're trying to go for with that kind of bag. And they also recently came out with a Lay's chip bag. It was kind of like a joke between my whole family. I showed it to them over our recent Thanksgiving weekend, and they all just kind of like died because they didn't understand it. But to me, like, if you know, you know kind of thing. But yes, that is my 2 brands and designer fashion houses that influence my purchases. So question number 2 is, when you dress for the day or an event, what do you think about? Is there an impression or message you're conveying? To be honest, I don't necessarily dress for anybody. I dress for myself when I'm trying to go to an event or when I'm trying to just dress for the day. If it's just going to be lounging around running errands, I like to dress comfortably. I like to wear sweatpants or comfortable clothes throughout the day if I'm lounging around my house. And if I'm going out, I like to just dress for me. I don't dress particularly for anybody else. I don't dress to have an impression towards other people. Whatever I feel looks good or whatever I feel I really want to wear that day, I kind of just throw it on. There are pieces here and there that I gravitate towards. I love wearing sweaters. I love fall. I love the sweater weather. I look forward to it every single year just because I love living in jumpers. And I also love polos and button-ups because I love the fact that you can layer them and add a little bit more to your outfit. So it really does depend on my day and my mood. I do check the weather quite often to see what kind of clothing I should kind of match with the weather, just because I don't like to be extremely hot and I don't like to be extremely cold when I'm dressing for these kind of things. But yeah, that's kind of what I dress for. I dress for myself, not anybody else. Whatever I kind of think of or whatever kind of I want to look like for that day, I just throw on some things that I think will look good together. So question number 3, probably my favorite question, is how do you celebrate big events or achievements in your life? That is quite obvious, at least for me anyways. I like to celebrate these kind of moments with a dinner and with a memorable piece. I'm a Cancer, so I'm very sentimental. I love equating items to specific milestones or events in my life. So definitely purchase something from Louis Vuitton or any designer fashion house. I will love to purchase that. If I get a promotion, if I get a bonus, if I am successful in something, I will definitely go to the mall and celebrate that way. But I also like to go out for dinner. My family is huge on having dinners and celebrations together. So anytime that the family does well, we all love to just go out and celebrate the fact that we're doing well for ourselves. So always love to celebrate that way. But yeah, milestones and accomplishments, definitely shopping and dinner. So question number 4 is going to be what or who inspires you in your everyday life? That's a no-brainer for me. That is going to be my parents. My mom and dad work extremely hard and have been working extremely hard to get to the position that we are in today. So I always look towards them for advice. I always look towards them for guidance. They are my #1 fans and they are my true inspirations in life. Anytime that I feel down, I always think of the troubles and the difficult path that my parents had to go through to get to where we are today. And they truly do inspire me to always push and do better for myself. So yeah, that's like a no-brainer for me. It's definitely my parents. They inspire me every single day, and I'm so thankful to have them in my life. Question number 5 is going to be what traits or attributes attract you to other people? To be quite honest with you, I was thinking about this question and I wasn't 100% sure how to answer it, just because I'm very introverted. I don't necessarily go up to random people to make conversation. I kind of just assess situations and see if that person is necessarily approachable. How are they vibing with other people around them? And once I get a sense of how their personality is, I guess, I can feel a little bit more confident going up to somebody, just because I don't want to have that judgment, I guess, or them feel as though why is this random person coming up to me? So I don't typically approach people that way. I am more than happy to have people approach me and be more than happy to make a conversation with them. But for me, I guess what attracts me to other people is their personality. Question number 6 is going to be, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt? And to be honest, I think that would be an actor or a content creator. I think it is a really hard job, but I loved acting as a child. I was always in a lot of the musical theater performances. I was in a lot of the plays at school. I went to acting school and acting classes just because I was so interested in the industry. So I would definitely love to try that out. Don't necessarily know if that's gonna happen now, but always happy to be a part of something. I love being on my YouTube channel because it kind of gives me that. Although I'm not really acting, I get to be in front of a camera, engage with a lot of people out there. So I guess you can say I'm kind of doing it, even though this is more of a hobby for me and not necessarily a profession. But yeah, definitely would love to try acting and content creating full time if I'm able to do so, but we'll see what the future holds. And last question is going to be, what profession would you not like to attempt? To be quite honest with you, that would most likely be a doctor or something. I am terrified of the high stress that these doctors have to go through. I don't necessarily know if I could live with myself if something were to go wrong during a surgery, or if something were to happen while they were under the care of me. So I would probably not want to ever be a doctor. The stress that they go through, the amount of hours that they have to work, the dependability that people have towards them. If you're a doctor, I feel like everybody's always going to go up to you and be like, oh my God, this is happening to me. Can you help me with this? Or this is, what would you prescribe for this? Or just generally ask you so many different things that I don't think you could ever really turn it off. I know I see a lot of movies where you're on an airplane and then something wrong happens, and then they're always yelling for a doctor. Nobody ever yells for an accountant when there is an issue on a plane or anything. So I always feel like doctors always need to be readily available, whatever the situation may be, because people depend on you more so than any other profession, in my opinion. So I don't necessarily think I could handle that kind of high stress. And to be honest, I kind of like my office job. I like sitting behind a desk and just managing my own work rather than being in like a fast-paced environment where like time is essential or time is crucial for any little surgery that the doctor does or any little prescription that they have to give. Everything is very time sensitive, in my opinion, at least I think anyways, for them to always kind of have to be on top of everything. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. It was really just a quick tag of inside my YouTube studio, just giving you a little bit more about me, a little bit more of my personality, a little bit more about my background, what I like, what I don't like. Thank you again to Totes Jean for tagging me in this video. I thought it was really fun. I really enjoyed getting to know you guys all on a personal level, and I hope you learned a little bit more about me. We will get back to our regular scheduled luxury content, but I thought it was great to see the person behind the lens, because you only get to see one aspect of us sometimes when we're filming these videos, and I think this was a great idea for you guys to see a little bit more in depth between my character and my upbringings and what motivates me in life. So if you like this kind of content, I love luxury fashion, men's style, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help my channel grow, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.